Okay, yeah, we are recording. Alright, hello people of the world, it is I, Eddie. And you're here for another episode of Eddi The Ficritic. Imagining your own titles again because, you know, broke-ass bitch, no editing software. All in one take. Let's see if we can do it this time. This is take like 4 or something. Let's see if we can do it. To step aside from our usual programming, we're going to talk about something a little serious, and then we'll move on to other things, and then we'll have an announcement, and that's just how we're going to work this. So yeah. It was brought to my attention last week, that, I think it was Tuesday, that somebody was being not very nice on the page, and I've decided to address it in my own way. This person being Resistance, which, if ever, a name for a troll, that is the name. Yes. Resistance had said, had asked this question. Why does My Chemical Romance suck so much? Well, Resistance, here we go. We're gonna talk about you just for a little bit. I honestly am not bothered by this. I laughed while I read this about how much My Chemical Romance is sold out, and how shitty they've become, and how they've become nothing, and blah 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 blah. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to it, but I saw that a lot of you were very upset by it, and let me just offer this as my sayings, my views on it. We do this, we meaning I and others in general, we usually, you know, hate on the kids who like Justin Bieber, or One Direction, or Cody Simpson, or Rebecca Black, or what have you, and we hate on them, and we tell their friends, not their friends, their fans, how shitty they are, and how they're horrible people because they like a certain style of music. I'm not really into that anymore. I've moved on past this childish game of, oh, your idol sucks, you should be like more like me, blah 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 blah. So I draw a parallel between Resistance and us when we're hating against something other people like just to fuck with their fans. It's not nice. I don't approve of it, but I can see where Resistance could be sitting, staring at his or her monitor and reading your comments and laughing his or her head off. So yeah, but what we can all take from this little aside, a moral here, don't fuck with people. It's not very nice. The golden rule, don't do unto others as you would have done to you. You know, we all have our things that we hate and what we spout off on, and we sometimes do it for the reaction that it causes. So let's just ignore the troll and go back to normal happy life on the My Chemical Romance page. Alright? Alright. So, to move right into our next segment, the segment that everybody wants to listen to, is the critiquing session. Yay! Okay. So, people who commented on the last whatchamacallit. Another Knife in My Hand. I Love Frankie Airo XX. Got Sparkle. Adnarum Smutta, Agent Killjoy, X Blackheart XX, Paralove 13, and I Am Jazz Hands. Those are the people who reviewed to the accompanying post of this video, or the last video. And I'm gonna say something now. Submitting me long-ass stories, like almost 50 chapters or more stories, yeah, that's very unlikely that I'm going to finish reading that in 1 week. Because there's several of them that I can't fit in. Like last week, because this is the reason why the late video is late, I've been swamped all week with trying to get projects finished and reports done and all this shit for school. So, and I don't have a life that's other than homework and review videos. So I basically had to push the review video aside to do more homework, because that's shit we have to do. But anyways, do with care. Please carefully send, or give me a disclaimer when it says, this is a fucking long story. You don't have to read it. Read this much of it, and review it, and see. So whatever, let's have rules, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And also, when submitting a story, don't submit sequels, because sequels are, like, so far written like 20 chapters long, and their original is like 80 chapters long, and there's no possible way I will be able to get all that done, like, within a week time, because I have a lot of shit to do. So, yeah, that's just my, before we get into all this stuff, and the reason why we only have 3 things that I am reviewing here. So, 3 or 4. Yeah, 4. So let's dive in and get started with the critiques. Alright, so this was submitted and is by I Love Frankie Iero XX. It is called Empire Builder. And this is a mafia story, and I'm not a fan of mafia stories. I mean, it's okay, but not my thing. My thing is the whole angst and drama and the, oh, alcoholism, oh, addiction, oh, suicide. I like that stuff. That's my taste. But I'm reviewing for you. My taste doesn't matter. And in this story, it's not that long. It's I think it was abandoned for a while. 3 things happen basically. Gerard orders the death of Mikey, like right in the prologue. Gerard does some drugs, and then there's a random rape scene where Gerard rapes some random woman. I don't understand, but the writing style is pretty decent. But pet peeve of mine: long paragraphs, way too long. Like a description of what something has happened. I like to cut things up into smaller pieces. I mean, paragraphs like this, that's acceptable. But like this, no. Too much. This, yes. This, no. Got it? Got it. Continuation would be interesting of the story, because it'd be interesting to see what, direction it takes. So, yeah. I Love Frankie Iero XX also recommended United Suck 007's First of the Gang to Die. And we will get to United Suck 007 in a minute. In a little bit, after we've done a reviewing and stuff. The next thing I actually reviewed and took notes on, Para Love's I Can't Keep My Eyes Off of You, in which Frank Iero's sister, imaginary made-up sister, likes Mikey. Or something. It's cute. Nice, kind of fluffy. Very positively written. In my opinion, kind of cliche and overdone, but I don't know. That's it, but it's just the beginning. It's not necessarily like its entire novel length. It's pretty short, so it hasn't had time to develop yet, which I hope you can develop some more. Put a little pizzazz into there. Also by Paralove 13, The Bandit That Stole His Heart, which is a bandit and some boy love story, kind of, which is another happy, upbeat story, which we can all use some more of those, because even though I'm all angst-ridden and it's like, doom and gloom, I love doom and gloom, and blah blah blah, I'm so emo. I love that, but it's also good to have, you know, the happy stuff, which is good. Parallel 13, good job. Happiness is what people need sometimes. And then the other thing that, I Am Jazz Hands submitted this. My favorite of the week. Da-da-da! It's called Cake Boss by Eddi The Ficritic Epi. And what I'm about to say, if you haven't read the story, I'm about to blow your mind here with what it's about. The underground vendetta, like the rivalry and war between pastry chefs. That's right, I said it. Pastry chefs. How fucking cool is that? You've got the guys from Tokyo Hotel against the guys from NCR in, like, this war of baking goodness. It's great. I don't understand why I love it so much, but I do. It's just great. I highly recommend it, and there will be a link in the description to it. So that concludes all of the fics I reviewed. All the other ones will be read within the next 2 weeks, but will not be on next week's show because, segue, next week's show is a special episode. It's a special. Yes, it's a special. Yay, specials! So, it is going to be a author spotlight on our beloved and sorely missed United Suck 007, aka Lorna, aka Lauren, aka whatever her long-ass Irish last name is. Yes, it's going to be all Lorna all the time next week for the Christmas episode, and within which I will review every one of her stories. I will read, for the first time, Setting My Eyes Upon First the Gang to Die, which I don't know why I've been putting off reading, but I've been told it's extremely good, and I don't doubt it, because Lorna, we love her so much. Love and miss her dearly. But yeah, that's all we have for this week. Look out for next week's episode, with the spotlight of our beloved Lauren. That's about it. So if you have a story to submit, if that will be read within 2 weeks, and then in 2 weeks on the episode, possibly not this Saturday, but next Saturday, that is when it will be posted. So, yeah. That's all I have to say, and good night. And hopefully this will turn off on the first try.